All right, Shalom. Uh, Giving all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Before I get started, I want to give double honors to the apostle elders that rule well. And salutation to the brothers out there doing this work in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. So, just the other day, I was sitting down talking to one of my brothers, and we was going over what you seen on the screen, Song of Solomon 4, and I was telling him how you have to treat this truth like it's the woman of your dreams, and how you would act if you actually, if the woman of your dreams actually came into the physical realm. If you met her, what would you do? So I just thought I'd do a quick little lesson on how the scriptures liken the wisdom of the Most High unto a woman. So to start off with what our conversation started off with Song of Solomon 4, and I'm gonna jump right into it and let the Spirit flow. All right, so this is Song of Solomon 4:1, and it says, "Behold, thou art fair, my love. Behold, thou art fair. Thou hast dove's eyes within thy locks. Thy hair is as the flock of goats that appear from Mount Gilead. Thy teeth are like the flock of sheep that are even shorn, which came up from the washing, whereof every one bare twins, and none is bearing among them. Thy lips are like the thread of scarlet, and thy speech is comely. Thy temples are like a piece of a pomegranate within thy locks. Thy neck is like the tower of David built for an armory, wherein there hang 1,000 bucklers and shields of all of mighty men. Thy two breasts are like two young roes that are twins, which feed among the lilies. Until the day break and the shadows flee away, I will get me to the mountains of myrrh and to the hills of frankincense. Thou art all fair, my love, there is no spot in thee. Come with me from Lebanon, my spouse, and with me from Lebanon. Look from the top of Amana, from the top of Shinar and Harmon, from the lion's den, from the mountains of the leopards. Thou hast ravished my heart, my sister, my spouse. Thou hast ravished my heart with one of thine eyes, with one chain of thy neck. How fair is thy love, my sister, my spouse! For how much better is thy love than wine, and the smell of thine ointments than all spices. And as you can see, Solomon is comparing this truth that he's got, that was given to him from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, as a beautiful woman, and how, like it says in verse 9, thou hast ravished my heart. And see, that's what this truth is supposed to do to you if you're serious about it. It's supposed to just take your heart and be your everything, you know? Like imagine you, like I say, keep in mind, imagine if you like I said, you saw the woman that had everything that you desire. She had the looks and everything. Like you got to treat this just the same way. I mean, think about it. What would you do? Would you just be lazy with the woman? Would you just, act as if she didn't matter to you, like you could just do without her? Now, I'm not talking about just any woman. I'm talking about the woman that you dream of. You're gonna put the work in. You're gonna labor for her. You want to get to know her. You want her to get to know you. You want to prove yourself. You want to do all those things. And the same thing is with this truth, man. And also, you got to look at it too. I was telling my brother, you got to look at it too, like this woman, this wisdom, as as if this is the wife that the Lord betrothed to you. He betrothed this wisdom to you, to the elect, man. This is your woman, okay? That's why, in a certain sense, you can't get mad in this world if some brothers may not have the same ability as the next brother to get these women in the world, man. Because even when you deal with these women of the world, I mean, that's temporal, man. You deal with them, they make you happy for a second. You might get it, you might hit it, and then you still like, it's like, what now? But this truth is what's going to fulfill your desires and your needs in life. All right. And I just made a point about the fact that you got to look at this as if like this is a woman that the Most High betrothed to you. I'm gonna go into Wisdom of Solomon 8:21, and it says, "Nevertheless, when I perceived that I could no otherwise obtain her, except the Most High gave her me." And that's the point, is that this woman, this wisdom that the Lord gives is given to you by Him. You can't get this on your own. Like, you got to look at it like this knowledge was set to be given to you when the Lord saw right to be given to you. You know, He said He had an alarm clock that you was going to wake up and get it, and now you got to cherish it. Reading on, and that was a point of wisdom, also to know whose gift she was. You see, because you got to know that to get this truth, it's the Most High that gives it. And a lot of people think they're going to get this wisdom or the true wisdom, which is just wisdom of folly and wickedness from Allah or Jesus Christ or Buddha or whatever doctrine that our people are in. But the true wisdom that is given to us, that is betrothed to us, is from Yahweh Yahweh Shai. And it said, I prayed unto the Lord, and besought him, and with my whole heart I said. Now you gotta besought this. Like I say, it's like back to a beautiful woman, the woman of your dreams. You're not gonna be lackadaisical and just treat it like it's just some harlot down the street. You're gonna clean yourself up. You're gonna make sure you do everything right, man. Same thing with, part of that laboring is like even when you go to camp on Saturday, or with our camp here in Atlanta, when we go out on Saturday, like, you got to show up on time for the labor. Like if you got a hot date with a chick, you're not just going to say you're going to go set the time for 8 o'clock and then you show up at 9:30 and thinking everything's going to be all right. You got to give your everything into this thing, man, or the Lord will just take this. The Lord will do away with you and get His knowledge to somebody else, man, because we aren't needed in this. The Lord, like the Lord said, He can raise up stones. He could put this in anybody, but He chose, us, the men of GMS, to push this word in righteousness. All right. So before I go on further, before I go any deeper into this, let's go into that word, um, the word wisdom. Now, if you notice, I typed in the word wisdom into the online etymology, and the word Sophia came up because the word Sophia, as you see, is a girl's name, a woman's name, and it means, I read it, it says proper name from Greek, Sophia, skilled, knowledge of, acquaintance with, sound judgment. Now you should know that the only sound judgment comes from where? The words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Practical knowledge, cunning. Matter of fact, let's go into that practical wisdom, because that practical wisdom was given to Solomon. I'm gonna go back and read. Give me 1 second. I got it opened up. I'm gonna read this some more in this chapter, but I just as I was reading the definition, it made me think of something. Um, Give me 1 second. Here it is. This is Songs of Solomon, 7:17. For he hath given me certain knowledge of things that are namely to know how the world was made, the operation of the elements, the beginning, the end, the midst of the times, the alteration of the turning of the sun, the changes of the seasons, the circuit of the years, the position of the stars, the nature of living creatures, the furies of wild beasts, the violence of winds, the reasoning of men, the diversity of plants, and the virtues of roots, and all such things that are either secret or manifested, them I know. So you see, like they're saying, that's a practical knowledge. That's a practical wisdom that the Lord gives unto us. That's not given to everybody in the world. So back into the definition: cunning, shrewdness, philosophy, also wisdom personified, And this is a personal relationship that you have between you and the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures that no man can get for you but you yourself. Um, Going further on, this jumping down, the phrase also is the English translation of the Greek for divine wisdom, holy wisdom. You see, this is the wisdom given from the Most High Himself, as we read in Ecclesiasticus 8:21, that it was given by the Most High. Um, so now going back, hitting some more scriptures, I want to go back into this is I'm gonna go to Ecclesiasticus 6, and I'm gonna start at verse 19. It says, "Come unto her as one that ploweth and soweth," and that's why this word is likened unto this. This is work, man. You know, you gotta work to get this understanding. This can't, like I say, it can't be given to you. You gotta put your work in to get the understanding of the scriptures. And it says, and wait for her good fruits. Like you gotta have patience. Like the elder apostles always push, man. You can't rush fine wine, man. So you gotta labor in this and be patient for this to manifest in you. For thou shalt not till much and labor about her, but thou shalt eat of her fruits right soon. Verse 20, she is very unpleasant to the unlearned. He that is without understanding will not remain with her. And that's true. You got a lot of niggas, as the scriptures say, that crept in unawares. And this knowledge is unpleasant to them because you don't want to you don't want to labor in it. So the spirit just moves you right out of the way. Verse 21, she will lie upon him as a mighty stone of trial, and he will cast her from him ere it be long. And that's the thing, that this woman, like I say, imagine you meet a woman and she's a virtuous woman. She's gonna in this day, she's gonna try you out. She's gonna prove you. You gotta prove yourself that especially to the father. Like if when in the ancient world, if you was to marry a woman, you have to prove yourself to the father that you were basically deserving of his daughter. And that's how the most high is with wisdom. You got to prove that you're worthy. So you got to labor in and deal with the trials, and then if you prove yourself, the most high will give her over to you. Verse 22, for wisdom is according to her name, and she is not manifest unto many. That's the one thing that this world want, man. But the Lord gave this to His prophets, as it is said in Amos. Let's get that. I'm gonna get it real quick. As it says in that book of Amos, 3:8. Bear with me. And it says, surely the Lord will do nothing but reveal his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. And that's what's given to us. This wisdom is manifested unto the prophets and the prophets only. This, like the scriptures say, that this wisdom will not enter into basically an undefiled individual. So these niggas in the world, the 2/3 of Israel, they can't get it. And especially these other nations, man. Only the men of the Lord can receive this wisdom. All right. I got a few more scriptures to go into. This is I'm gonna go back into Wisdom of Solomon 7, and I'm gonna start at verse 7, and it says, "Wherefore I prayed, and understanding was given me. I called upon the Most High, and the spirit of wisdom came to me. I preferred her before scepters and thrones, and esteem riches nothing in comparison of her. Neither compared I unto her any precious stone, because all gold in respect of her is as a little sand, and silver shall be counted as clay before her." And that's how you gotta treat this word, man. You gotta want the wisdom and knowledge and understanding that's the Most High gives over everything on this earth, man. Because everything on this earth can pass away, it can be taken away, but the wisdom,